Hey y'all, this episode talks about minstrelsy. Can I say that word? Minstrelsy, and shows pictures of Blackface. So if you don't want to see that, it's okay. Just tune in next week for another Black Girl Magic Minute. I'll catch you up on the details, okay? Enjoy the episode. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is 𝔂𝓫𝓾'𝓮 and welcome back to Black Girl Magic Minute. Now today I had the pleasure of talking with an actor from the Amazon show Them. He played the Tap Dance Man, a horror character based on the horrors of minstrelsy. I got to talk with him today about the history of minstrelsy and how he turned it into something that makes us reflect back on history and helps us to learn from it moving forward. One thing to note is for this, unfortunately, I lost the footage from this camera for it, so you'll only be seeing my Zoom face, but the conversation is amazing. I hope you guys enjoy. Now let me introduce to you the one and only Jeremiah Birkett. It is great to speak with you today. I just want to know, what did you think whenever you first heard of the concept for them?
Well, the first thing I thought about was the dialogue just jumped off the page for me. You know, I immediately knew what I wanted to do with the character. What I needed to do with this was it needed to be a commentary on the commentary. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Blackface from its history was always a commentary on us. And so I felt like this character needed to be a commentary on that. You know, this is what you think we look like. This is what you think we act like. Well, this is what you look like. And this is how you act. This is how I see you doing this.
And I love how you say that it's a commentary on their commentary on us. Really interesting, because my sister, she proclaims all the time, she's older than me. She says she does not like looking at Blackface because it's just not representative of us. Somebody
Absolutely.
else's interpretation of us. And so to be able to claim that again and take ownership of somebody else's depiction is really powerful. And just in the way—
Isn't that what we always do?
Exactly. We're powerful like that.
You know what I'm saying? Every negative word, image, depiction that has ever been put out about Black people, we have been able to take that and make it ours.
I'm reading Cicely Tyson's autobiography right now, and she included a quote in there, and I cannot remember who said the quote, but it said, "They tried to bury us, but they didn't know we were seeds." And I love that, because literally everything that has happened in our community, we've made it into our own, and we've
Absolutely.
What was it like learning the history of the minstrelsy and preparing for the character?
You know, I had seen stuff before. We've all seen stuff, but I didn't realize how much was out there. You know, everything from Al Jolson, but then I discovered, it's not just Al Jolson, it's Judy Garland.
Yeah.
And she was actually, when I saw her doing Swing Low, Sweet Chariot and Everybody Sing, it creeped me out, because she's always had her own mannerisms. It's very, very Judy Garland. And with the blackface and the outfit and everything she was doing, it both angered me and creeped me out. And when I saw that, I was like, well, that's who Tap Dance Man is. It's the anger and it's the creepiness. But it's been with us, from the mid 1800s. It's been with us into the 80s. You got Soul Man. Remember a show called Different Strokes? White sister does a blackface episode because, and then that's when it became a liberal thing, where liberals decided to put blackface on to become allies of us, again, not getting it.
And you see it in entertainment from the beginning. I've learned that minstrelsy was one of the first forms of entertainment that Americans could call American. Beforehand, a lot of entertainment came from European states, because European countries, because, we were a new country. We didn't really have our own culture per se. So whenever minstrelsy came around, they were like, oh, this is our American thing. Let's pump it up. Our name has been in your mouth since from the beginning, is what I'm hearing.
Well, it's the fear and the enjoyment of the other. You don't know anything about us, so you're fascinated by us. You're also frightened by us. It's funny though, because you're talking about reclaiming stuff. Do you know who Burt Williams is?
I'm not familiar.
Burt Williams was one of the wealthiest black performers around the world historically, and he got his wealth in the Ziegfeld Follies doing blackface.
A black man doing blackface?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Please continue. I mean, it's just so deep that I'm like, my brain is just like blah 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 blah, and there's so much information and I'm pulling from, and so I can see that complexity and that insight poured into your character. I want to go read a history book right now. Wow.
Another film, for you, for your followers to look at, Great White Hope. James Earl Jones plays a mock depiction of Jack Johnson, the boxer. He's stripped of his title. He has to resort to doing minstrel shows, he and his wife. And he's on stage, and she's there, and he's just not feeling it. He's just not, he doesn't want to do it. She keeps, come on, Jack, we have to do this, come on. And he looks into the audience, and he sees his manager. And he's looking, and this is something that I saw as a child, and it impacted me all of this time. And he looks at his manager, and this smile starts coming over his face, and he starts dancing and dancing, and the smile, that's not a smile. You know what's behind that smile, the anger, the pain, the frustration behind that smile, and his dance becomes a stomp, and it's just so primal, and it lasts for a hot second, but you get so much emotion behind that, and that's sort of what I wanted to filter into Tap Dance Man, that anger, that pain, that frustration coming through this mask.
In his character doing that, it's not so much about his manager watching the show anymore. It's him pointing a mirror at him. That is...
Yes.
You said
this is what you want to see. I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. But it's not. It's the performance, but it's not. There's something underneath there that's frightening, actually.
Tell me about the significance of having a minstrel show character as opposed to any other horror show character in the show.
Tap Dance Man represents Henry's his pain, his anger, also the mirror that he has to put up. Basically what Tap Dance Man is saying to him is, look at me. This is how they see you. This is how your neighbors see you. This is how your boss sees you, your co-workers. This is how everyone sees you. Are you this? And if the answer to that question is no, then what you gonna do? Exactly.
How did you feel when you first saw yourself in the makeup? You sent me those photos and I was like,
yeah, let me tell you. But see, that's the beautiful thing about what we do. I remember when I saw Jack Nicholson being interviewed for the first time when he played the Joker in Batman. He made the comment, and they were talking about, motivation and how would you do this, how would you do that? And he just said, son, just let the costume do all the work. And as soon as they put that makeup on and everything, all of those things happen. Everything that you see me doing on the show happened from that point on. I had a concept, but when they put those teeth in my mouth, then the teeth became alive. When they put the eyes in, then the eyes became alive. They became their own entities within themselves. And I could give it up to Howard Berger. Is just a genius, and I had one idea that I wanted, which was, it's barely noticeable, but within the white pigmentation there's a tear, and that's something that you can go back and frame by frame and see it, but it's for the nerds, for us nerds to know. It's the kind of thing where you're like, oh yeah, did you know that part of his pigmentation is a tear?
I'm about to tell everybody that I have some exclusive information. Well, there's something that I tell all my guests to say, at the end of Black Girl Magic Minute.
Sure.
And it's on my wall, it says keep rising. They make it their own. They're like, oh, keep living, keep doing this, and keep rising. So you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
You can take your time.
Well, okay. Hey everybody, keep playing, keep living, and keep rising.
I know that's right. Hey, thank you so much for watching Black Girl Magic Minute. You can find Jeremiah Birkett's social media handles below, and you can find my handles below as well. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe to get more magic for your minute, and I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to stay tuned to the very end of this video to get a little behind the scenes of them. Yo, where's the behind the scenes? I showed all the pictures, but I thought I had a little more. Good night.